Be right back, y'all. Maybe I should have written that backwards. Just went with the beer. All right. Let's see. Actually, one more thing. Thanks, man. I got one more set. Hope we make all the All right. Let's see. First thing I want to check is. Thanks, Mark. Let's see. Can you guys hear this tapping? Anybody on the chat? Is that getting tapped? Or is it in this world? Second one. Make sure we're coming out the right spot. Okay. Tell you what, guys. I'm going to change something in settings so that we can sound awesome. Cool. Okay. How's this volume, y'all? Reasonable? Louder? Softer? If this was a volume I was singing at, would that work for you? Cool. All right, y'all. So I'm seeing the chat. Feel free to throw some requests on there, but I got a gauntlet of requests from the Patreon site this morning, which I'm pumped about because honestly, like, you guys were throwing requests out there. I like your set better than mine that I made this morning. So cheers to you guys. I'm going to start with a song requested by JH because after seeing his request, I thought I should have included that on the other set, but I'm glad I didn't because now I can play it now. All right. So this is a song called Land Rush. It's on my record called The Moorings, and people will keep trickling in, but we got plenty of songs, so no worries. We'll keep it loose. It goes like this. my fear of the coming sunrise chased me clear to California, out of town between two mountains, where I make my bed for now. Found work with a family friend as a temporary ranch hand, while the winds whip around me do their best to settle me down. But I waited out, ain't no settling for settling down. If there's a land rush, I'm gonna chase it to the sea. Oh, I got to believe that it'll all work out. Got to believe a change will come around. If there's a land rush, I'm gonna chase it to the sea. Yeah, and I'm gonna settle the land. Oh, the land ain't gonna settle me. Oh, oh, oh. Who knew these towns named after saints could be so good to the sinners? If I make it through the winter, won't this place feel more like home, Lord? Still my mind it wanders back through the house that I grew up in. Don't the sleepy sounds of sweet home rest easy on my soul now. I waited out, ain't no settling for settling down. There's a land rush, I'm gonna chase it to the sea. Oh, I got to believe that it'll all work out. Got to believe a change will come around. Yeah. There's a land rush, I'm gonna chase it to the sea. Yeah, and I'm gonna settle the land. Oh, the land ain't gonna settle me. Oh, oh, oh. I waited out, baby. Ain't no settling for settling down. If there's a land rush, I'm gonna chase it to the sea. I got to believe that it'll all work out. Yeah. I got to believe a change will come around. Well, there's a land rush, I'm gonna chase it to the sea. Yeah, and I'm gonna settle the land. Oh, the land ain't gonna settle. No, the land ain't gonna settle me. Oh, well, I'm gonna settle the land. Oh, the land ain't gonna settle me. No, no. Yeah. Sweet. Let me find that list of tunes. There it is. All right. I'm going to work down this list chronologically from the Patreon site, and I'll have my work cut out for me. But again, this set's all about requests. So feel free to throw it up there on the chat if you got one. It might already be listed in the comments on the Patreon, but I'm tired of picking them, so you're welcome. Welcome too. Okay, so here's a song. The next one that was requested was They Don't Make Them Like They Used To. And it's inspired by the fellow who fixes my guitars. In fact, I'll tell you, you see that spot right there? Sal Giardina fixed that. What happened was I jumped off a stage in Baton Rouge, which, I mean, after a set, I wasn't like doing a rock and roll thing. I was just getting off stage. And there weren't enough people in the venue that jumping off the stage was a bad idea. Well, other than I smashed my guitar on the corner of a monitor, and it didn't even feel like that big of a bump. But I looked at the bottom, and there was a little quarter-sized hole right there, and I thought, man, that's going to be trouble to try to fix. And I didn't even bother to mention it to Sal when I brought this guitar in for something completely different. And I went back to the shop and he had fixed whatever. Well, I probably had him put a pickup in the guitar or something. But he was like, "Oh yeah, and I fixed that hole in the bottom of your guitar too." I was like, "Sal, great. What do I owe you?" Like, don't worry about it. It's just he's one of those guys. This song's called "They Don't Make Them Like They Used to," and this one goes out to Sal. It goes like this. Oh, Mr. Joe's been fixing cars long as I remember, fender to fender, full engine overhauls. His pride enjoys that old Buick. Only time he'll ever use it is to drive his wife to church and the grocery store, like they've done 30 years of Sundays before. And they don't make them like they used to anymore. Everything they know, they learned from the Second World War. All broken strings, broken hearts, take them apart and put them back together. Drive your best girl around forever in an old Skylark, 'cause they don't make them like they used to anymore. Yeah, and I know Sal down at the music shop. He's a modern day Geppetto. Instead of boys, he fixes cellos and my guitar. Yeah, he give a smile when I walk in. Take a break and get to talking about the way things got to be the way they are. They say just keep playing them old blues on that old guitar, 'cause they don't make them like they used to anymore. Everything they know, they learned from the Second World War. All broken strings, broken hearts, take them apart and put them back together. Drive your best girl around forever in an old Skylark, 'cause they don't make them like they used to anymore. Bad habits we fell into, trading old for brand new, till a man can't fix a damn thing anymore. Gotta hand it to my dad and his before, 'cause they don't make them like they used to anymore. Everything they know, they learned from the Second World War. All broken strings, broken hearts, take them apart and put them back together. Drive your best girl around forever in an old Skylark, 'cause they don't make them like they used to now. They don't make them like they used to now. They don't make them like they used to anymore. Nice. Thanks for that request. You know what I should have done, which would have been smart, is I should have noted the names and who requested these songs, and I could have thanked you personally. But I didn't think that far ahead, folks. Let's see. Next request requires a little bit of a tuning, that is. This is certainly one of my favorite songs on the last record, and yet in sequence is the word I was looking for. There it is. Synapses had to put it together. In sequence, it is the last song on the record, but hardly the least. sometimes I wonder if that was such a good idea, making it the last song, seeing as I think it's one that I want people to hear. But you got to make brave calls sometimes, I guess, you know. So we did. The song's called Easy Ways. There she goes. Goes like this, y'all. Bloody red sunset over the Nevada mountain, pretty as a pastel torn across a rough edge. Oh, look at me now, I'm lost and broken down. In a valley there were easy ways around. Easy ways around the trouble and the shape I'm in. They don't go to places I've been. Easy ways around the trouble and the shape I'm in. They don't go to places I've been. Forbidden taste. Now you kiss my cheek and then you kiss my face, baby, until there was no face left to say. Oh, look at me now, I'm lost and broken down. In a valley there were easy ways around. Easy ways around the trouble and the shape I'm in. They don't go to places I've been. Easy ways around all the trouble and the shape I'm in. They don't go to places I've been. Nashville, Johnny, you can get your start. You can buy the hat, you can play the part. These days, that's the state of the art. Nashville, Johnny, you can get your start. You can buy the hat, you can play the part. These days, that's the state of the art. Nashville, Johnny, you can get your start. You can buy the hat, you can play the part. They don't go to places I've been. They don't go now. They don't go to places I've been. They don't go now. They don't go to places I've been. Easy ways around all the trouble and the shape I'm in. But they don't go to places I've been. Easy ways around all the trouble and the shape I'm in. But they don't go to places I've been. Man, you know, it's nice to play some of these songs, and I hadn't played them in a while. You know, although there's a curve there, and it's bell shaped. After I got back from the Pacific Northwest, and I don't know what I had. I guess I did have a live stream. It might have been a private one or something, but I was going through these songs that are on like the second album or something, and I couldn't remember the first line to like half of them. Like that stuff goes away. You don't use it, you lose it, I guess, And like, so how does it work? You just, if I keep writing songs, I will, only have a certain amount of bandwidth to remember a certain amount of songs. So the more songs I write, the less percentage of the songs as a body that I will remember. Never mind. That's not what you're here for. I'm sorry. I digress. Here we go. Appreciate Kimberly the request for coming around. I actually played it it was the first song I played on the Facebook video, which I'm hoping they're going to leave up that you can rerun, because I'd actually like to see it. I felt good about that set, so I'd like to see if there's reason to feel good about it or not. You know what I mean? Let me grab this other guitar because this next song is in a different tuning once again. This is a song off the first record, actually. There's not a ton of the songs on the first record that I play. I don't play this much, but it gets requested in a way, a frequency that's encouraging, and I'm glad you like it. It's called Riverman. Call him wise if you want to. There's only one thing he knows. He's never felt so far from home. He's taking planes to New York City and trains to San Antonio. He's never felt so far from home. He's watched his wife for 35 years, flowing down below. He's never felt so far from home. Yet he still kneels by his bed. But he ain't asking for no cure. He knows he's on his last leg, and it ain't his life that he's praying for. I'm taking planes to New York City and trains to San Antonio. Only got one place left to go. I watch the ones used to live around me pass on back home. Won't you punch my ticket home? I make my money for the riverman so I can pay his toll. Won't you punch my ticket home? I know there was another verse of that song. It's not that I didn't remember it. I just realized that there's a lot of songs on this request list, and I think it's a good idea to try to get through as many as possible rather than maybe playing all the songs to completion. That's my thought. That's what I'm going with. Hope that works. Actually, I played Street Fair on the public Facebook one, and we should definitely check that out. I will check out the rerun, which I do believe will exist. Till I Met John, Nikki, is awesome, and it's on the list. In fact, it's next. What do you know? I love this this request because I feel like, so I made an EP, a 6-track EP, and there's a couple of songs on there that I still feel really good about, and this is one of them. So much so that I wonder about re-recording it because that EP doesn't really get any traction for a technicality. Because of a technicality, I wanted to give the band a name, and so we came up with Andrew Duhon and the Lonesome Crows. None of the people in the Lonesome Crows I still play with, but it was an attempt to become, how it goes, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and it's a good idea to have a name for the band. It's cool. It gives them an identity and a moving force behind you, but. Anyway, giving them that name means that on Spotify, you search Andrew Duhon, and it's going to come up with every album. But Andrew Duhon and the Lonesome Crows is somewhere else, so that little 6-track album is not on your list when you search the name. So a lot of people don't find these songs. But I really like Till I Met John, which was recorded in that session, and I think about re-recording it just for the sake of bringing it back with the herd, because I stand behind it. I'm proud of this one. Till I Met John goes like this. Do I want to play with a pick or no? Let me try without a pick for this one. No, it's a pick song. Of course. Alexander made love to his Madeline, and the love they made, it gave them a son. With her baby on the way, Maddie thought of baby names, but she'd always loved the simple ones. She'd name him John. His name was John. This Johnny slowly grew inside his mom. The doctors found that there was something wrong. Yeah, they told John's mom and dad the condition John had, that he'd never be too smart. Oh, it broke them till they met John. Some might say he's simple, but they're all so complicated. Cause nothing's true when love is war, and wars aren't fought for love. John knows nothing of a God above, only that he can be saved by love. And you might think that he's wrong till you meet John. Till you meet John. John and his folks, they live down the street, and he takes a walk this way once a week. When I see him walking past, we'll stop and sit down in the grass, speak of memories I thought were all but gone. Till I met John. Till I met John. Some write of their dark storms and the fear of growing older. John out into the rain to feel the raindrops on his shoulder. Lord, I'd never known the hour of love had a peace. Lord, I'd never thought to write this kind of song till I met John. Till I met John. Cool. Let's see. Some more requests. Awesome. Did I play Sidestep? I did not play Sidestep on the Facebook. I will add it to the queue. See if we get there. I'll be honest, it's a long line. Also adding to the queue, Patricia and her man. Why not? Man, I tell you what, it has been some time since I played that song. I would be lucky to remember the words. Jeff asks, was Till I Met John inspired by a real person? It certainly was, yeah. I had the circumstance of being friends of friends with a person with special needs, and became friends with him in a way that I hadn't had a relationship with somebody like that. And I learned a lot, and it was special. It was special to see how much the people around him changed in a good way when they were around him. They listened better. They communicated more honestly. They would sit and talk to him, and everybody else was just like a passing tra-la-la thing. And he wasn't even really slow with his speech particularly. It was just, you took your time, but it was a valuable relationship, and I cherish that opportunity, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to write that song. What's next on the list? Someone requested Gotta Know. That is in a different tuning, and it's tough with this one. Let me hold off on Gotta Know for now, if that's all right. If whoever requested Gotta Know is here and wants to throw some vitriol in the chat, I will hear it. I will take it. Let's see. Man on the Corner, and I know who requested that. I went over a lot of these songs. I didn't go over that one. I'll be honest with you. It's been a long time, and I skipped that one. I'm sorry, Aaron, but I will get that one on a future show. I promise. Here's one I can play. This was requested by a couple of people. This one's called Heart of a Man. It's on the latest record. What a pushover. That's not even a challenge. And he's going to play that one. Come on. Huh? This guy. Train rolling on cold cigarettes and cocaine, burning off his freedom at a speed he can't sustain. Oh, the heart of a man is a runaway train. Well, got a good-hearted woman, does the best that she can to show a simpler way to her man. Still at times I leave her on the platform, just a crying in the rain. Pick up speed, then yell back for her, say I'm sorry, I can't explain. It's just the heart of a man is a runaway train. Got no ropes chains around me. Nothing ties me down. Oh, westward is the only way I am bound. Only the fuel for the fire surrounds me. Oh, it's gonna take a woman like you who knows I can't slow down. A woman like you, wrap her love around me. Hold on tight and point the way. 'Cause the heart of a man is a runaway train. Oh, the heart of a man is a runaway train. Oh, the heart of a man is a runaway train. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, the heart of a man. Yeah. An abridged version, but that felt great. I'm glad to play that one. It's been a while. Brenda asked, "How many guitars do you own?" I saw that question while I got to stop looking at the chat while I'm playing because it made me chuckle. Because it feels like, how many servings of alcohol do you drink a day? It's like I don't want to answer the question because I know I'll have a problem. How many guitars do I own? I don't know. But, I make sure these days to, if one comes in, one goes out. I'm doing that sort of thing. I probably have 12, 15. That's reasonable, I think. I was the one who requested, "Gotta know, can you play Mississippi Be My Guide?" Oh, shoot. Oh, man, that's awesome. That is absolutely a song I need to brush up on. And I promise that I will play both of those songs on a future live stream. But I certainly can't play. I tell you what, I'm going to play Gotta Know. That's what I'm going to do for you. I can't play Mississippi Be My Guide because I won't remember it. Great request, though. I'd be like, killer request. I feel like those are both. I feel like those are both like slow burn songs off this last John Rankin Owns 25. I bet he does. He is a guitar player, like consummate and through. So he should own 25. I'm just a songwriter. I play cowboy chords, So what are you doing with 15 guitars? But I appreciate Road Go Forever. Dig it. Yeah, I appreciate those requests. Gotta Know. I think right after I recorded False River, I thought Gotta Know was the song that would bloom for people. Like you release a record and you think, well, Coming Around is going to be the song that people say, oh, let me go back and listen to that one. But there's songs, some are, those kind of fireworks kind of songs. And then others are like growing underneath you until you can like really feel their oaken roots. And I don't know if it's that, but that's what Gotta Know is for me. Is I feel like it's got such growing power. I love it. What am I talking about? Anyways, here's Gotta Know. I've never played it on acoustic in my life, but this one's for you, Road Go Forever. Thanks for the request. to dance this dance where the upper hand keeps changing hands till neither you nor I know where we stand. I still remember when this was a one-time thing, but you've been calling on me every day when your day is done, calling on me even when you're not in love. But you always call me these days. It's getting harder to find. Your closet's filling up, and I'm running out of places to hide it, baby. What I gotta know, what I need to know right now, is this still just some habit that we haven't shaken lately? What I gotta know, what I need to know right now, is what to do with all this love we've been making. Smokestacks billow day and night. Manufacture, refine, trade in your body for mine, till the love we make doesn't biodegrade. But you've been calling on me every day when your day is done, calling on me even just to say that you're not in love. But you always call me. It's getting harder to fight it. Your closet's filling up, and I'm running out of places to hide it, baby. Whoa. Am I crazy? I believe we're on to something now. I believe it's all or nothing now. I guess I'm just tired of fucking around. But I gotta know what I need to know right now, babe, is what to do with this heavy lily, babe. Now, what I gotta know, what I need to know, what I gotta know right now, is what to do with this love we've been making, babe. Now, what I gotta know, what I need to know, what I gotta know, yeah. Oh, what I gotta know is about all this love we've been making. Really missing the bass here. I hope that kind of translated. That felt that. I mean, I love that song. Thanks for the request. I think it's one of those. I generally write a song that just can be accompanied by myself because I don't hear music in a way a lot of times that needs another instrument to stand on to deliver the full progression. But that one kind of does. So, but hopefully it worked. Let's see what's next on the list. Next up, you guys have Would You Rise? Very cool. And As Good As It Gets. I tell you what, just because I got it in my hand, I'm going to play Good As It Gets just because I'm here, and then slow down, and I'll try to work out Would You Rise after that. Cool. You got it, Road Go Forever. Glad that worked for you. What else am I missing it? I like the acoustic version. Your voice is what makes the song magical. Thanks, Kimberly. Yeah, I'm glad this is coming through. Okay. You only have half of it here, right? Yeah. Cool. All right, so a couple people requested this tune. This is how did I find this? Let's see. I remember playing this song at a show at Siberia in New Orleans. And I remember Dave Jordan was there, and he told me after the show, he's a friend and a colleague, local songwriter as well, and he was on the show. And he told me after the show, he was like, man, and I, played 10 songs, but he was like, man, that song where you mentioned John Prine, man, that's a cool one. And I kind of just played it because it was new and I didn't know. But it, things like that, encouragement from colleagues like that make you stick a feather in the cap of those drafts. And then years passed by and I didn't remember the song. I just remembered there was a verse about John Prine, and then John Prine passed away. And I'm like, man, I would love to find that song. So I took out my 3 or 4 cracked iPhones that are in my desk and tried to boot them up, and maybe 2 of them booted up, and managed to find a demo of this song. So I was able to resurrect it, and I'm glad I did, because I really do enjoy this song. And I might want to sand off some edges, but for now, it's cool. And the interlude that's falsetto, we'll see. I've been singing for a while at this point, but we'll see if I can't achieve that. I know you'll trust me, even if I don't quite hit it. You'll know what I meant. I appreciate you guys in advance. On my left shoulder rests the chin of an angel who whispers, you don't have to go. And over my right, the red tail lights of a bus bound for San Francisco. All I wanna do in this life is stretch out, see how far this old boy can go, until the day I am torn between the place I was born and the place they one day lay me low. There's something out there for me, so send my regrets, 'cause this just can't be as good as it gets. No one comes this far just to pay their respects. I don't believe this is as good as it gets. Ooh, I've worn out so many of these steel strings. I've worn out so many John Prine songs in the corner of a bar with an empty tip jar and nobody's singing along. That's when my mind wanders off from that bar stool, though the moment don't last very long. But just then I'm sitting beside old Mr. Prine, and I'm playing him one of my songs. And I said, John, there's something out there for me. With all due respect, this just can't be as good as it gets. No one comes this far just to pay their respects. I don't believe this is as good as it gets. And if I die trying, with my last breath, I will die smiling with all I have left. When Lord comes along they can pay their respects, but may they never believe this is as good as it gets. This is nice, man. This is Cowboy. Just trying to sing some pretty falsetto with no help from any reverb or nothing, y'all. It's because I trust you. Let's see. What's my favorite venue in the non-pandemic times? Oh man, there are several that come to mind. The first one that comes to mind is Callahan's in Mobile, and then it's Gold Hill in Gold Hill, Colorado. And then cities, Mississippi Studios in Portland is also on the list just because we've had some of our best shows. We've sold more tickets at Mississippi Studios than any place in New Orleans. Sold more tickets, in Seattle. Yeah, no, okay, maybe not more than New Orleans, but markets up in the Pacific Northwest have been really promising and exciting. So guess they listen to Spotify up there. It's great. What's next? What's on the list? Let's see. Starting to lose the voice, y'all, but I'm hanging in there. Ooh, slow down. That's nice. Did I? Oh, I said slow down. We were going to do that next. I just forgot. Here it comes. Cheers, y'all, if you're enjoying. The master plan we made, it feels just out of reach. It's how we justify these hours that we keep. All these hours keeping you from me. Chasing a feeling, always wanting more. Breaking through another ceiling until that ceiling just becomes another floor. It's never gonna be a better time. It's never gonna be a finish line. It's only gonna take the day we die to realize it ain't a race. How long we gonna keep this pace? I think we need to slow down before they put us in the cold ground. All we ever say is someday, but we got to let go of someday, somehow, someday, somehow. We got to slow down, 'cause all we'll ever have is right here, right now. Right here, right now. I think we need to slow down. Our eyes on the horizon line all these years, but the things we keep our eyes on are the things that seem to disappear when we get there. It's never gonna be a better time. It's never gonna be a finish line. Is it gonna take the day we die to realize it ain't a race? How long we gonna keep this pace? I think we need to slow down Well, they put us in a cold ground. All we ever say is someday. We got to let go someday, somehow, someday, somehow. We got to slow down. 'Cause all we'll ever have is right here, right now. Right here, right now. Think we need to slow down. I just wanna sit with you on a porch swing. I wanna move out to a small town. I wanna breathe it in and breathe it out, and breathe it in, breathe it out, and in and out, in and out, in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Just sit and wait to see who passes by. Just wait to see who passes by. 'Cause you know this life, it's gonna pass us by. Otherwise, you and I think we need to slow down. Cool. I'm really liking that one. Hope it makes this next record. Might be time to make that, hierarchical list of the tunes and decide what's a sure thing and what's on the bubble. Maybe I'll share that with you guys and see what you guys think. I was thinking about that. Maybe we should do a little poll of the bubble tunes. But then I'm going to be honest with you. Is that a good idea for me to? It's a real question. Like, should I make the calls? I have this new. It's not only an outlet. I'm getting information from you guys, and it's great. But with much power comes much responsibility. I wonder. Do I make the same record if I have a poll telling me what the favorites of the fans are? I think it needs to be somewhere in between. What it is I get a poll from you guys. I just may or may not follow it. If my heart says, well, that song that didn't make it just needs some more time. I need to put it into the studio. It needs to blossom. We'll do that. But I still think I'm going to do a poll. I'm glad that we talked about that. Okay, here's what I'm thinking, y'all. Voice is starting to go. Thanks, Kamu JH. Appreciate you. Go from the heart. But it'd be fun to see what you guys think. I kind of already know because you guys leave great comments on the songs. But right, that's right. Awesome. So I'm gonna play the next request in line. I'm gonna play. Actually, I'm gonna start with a minute of "Would You Rise" because that was a request. That was early on. This will be a snippet. Starting to lose the old voice, y'all. So just a couple more if you don't mind. But the next one that was on the list was "Sidestep." So I'll play you a minute of that, and that'll be our outro. And I'll leave you to it. I'm sure you guys got things to do. This another one that I really love, and I hope it makes the next record. I think. Would you rise with me before the sunrise? Even if we had no place to be, just to walk the city streets while the city sleeps. Would you rise with me? Would you rise I know it's hard to break the pillow's gravity, but just this once, take my hand, pull away with me, to be risen with no reason to be. I don't know why. Would you rise? Yeah. I don't know. I need to freshen up on that one, but I thought I'd try a little improv there for you, see what happened. Went okay. It's because I trust you. All right. I'm going to play you one more song. And if I didn't get to your request, I'm sorry, but I love you. And I'll see you next time, and we'll do it all over again. We'll get to your request next time. How's that? Yeah, I have some thoughts on the next live stream, so I'm going to share them with you tomorrow on the Patreon. And a little intel, I feel like I have 2 more songs that I would call quarantine songs that I'm going to release as videos as well. I'll accompany them with cover songs, likely, as I have been doing. But I think at least 2 more, actually maybe 3, still yet to come in that little series. So more to consider. Anyways, plenty more to come. Thanks for being here, y'all. Thanks for the request. This has been fun. And I wasn't doing anything else tonight, so I'm glad we got to this. I'm glad Ladder and Bloom had me, because I was a kick in the pants to do it again, and I'm glad we did it. All right, how's this song go? Let's see. This slow drag down a burnt out building, baby, don't you want to go somewhere nice in Mississippi, baby, grow your own. Governor's wife was so doggone pretty, y'all. Tell me what's a boy to do, Lord. Well, it's your life, son, you better leave that city, cause words out now, she be getting down with you. You might find that straight and narrow way, I got the side stereo grave. If you slow down, son, the devil gonna catch you, babe. Better move along. Somewhere now east of Appalachia, baby, grow your own. Front of middle letter corn, yeah. Flatbed, yeah, straight down. Dead man's dagger from a second-hand store. Well, none. You might find that straight in our way. You got the side stereo grave. Burn out on that blue not straight cash. Dead man stack it from a secondhand store. Well, you might find that straight in that way. Check out the side stereo grave. Oh, repent my son, and thou shalt be saved, y'all. Check out the side stereo grave. Oh, repent my son, and thou shalt be saved. I said, repent my son, and thou shalt be saved. Ooh, repent my son, and thou shalt be saved. Oh, what you know you got to do. You got to sidestep your grave. Come on, y'all. Well, I hope that was fun, everybody. That was fun for me. I was glad to play some of those songs, which I would not have thought to play, quite honestly. So thanks for keeping it up on the chat. Let's see. Thanks for putting this on. Thanks for coming, Lynn. Good to see you. Makes these weird times bearable. I hear you. My local pub down the street is open at times, and I can't bring myself to go because, I mean, you can't drink a pint and wear a mask, so I get it. But seeing a whole bunch of people at a table, even though it's outside, I'm not ready to take that risk. Let's see. Thank you. I'll be wearing my AD shirt to work tomorrow. Nice. That's awesome. I hope you guys caught that new design. Let me show you. I don't know if you guys got a good look at that. Maybe you did. Maybe you did. So this is up on the website. Cool, right? Little fish. Yeah. Here's the thing. I wanted to give away several of these to you patrons, pick some names from hats. And as I'm typing that out on Patreon, it tells me that I'm not allowed to do raffles on Patreon. I didn't know that. But how are they going to stop me? Maybe I'll just let you guys know who won or something. I don't know. I just don't want to make it obvious. I want to give you guys some shirts. I can't give everybody a shirt, but I want to give a few people some shirts. Check out mating habits of anglerfish. Uh-oh. I think I saw something like it there. The male or female is like super tiny or something, I think. Yeah, we'll see. But I want to give some of these shirts away, but in the meantime, they are available at the merch store. I just stopped by the office today. Nuvelio is the company, and they deal with Galactic and Anders Osborne and Prez Hall in town. So some really great bands and acts. And they're a great company, and I'm really glad that they're willing to work with me, frankly. But small fish, big pond. Hey, there it is. But they've been awesome to, like today we realized that they were moving well enough to put another order in. And we thought, well, why not get some women's sizes? So now it's already on the website. The women's size is going to be like tapered here a little bit more. You know what the women's shirt looks like. But there's a few iterations of this design that you can check out. But I guess that's it for now, unless anybody has any more questions. I think that's all. What we got? Awesome day. My new shirt was delivered today, and we enjoyed a beautiful evening with your music. You got the new shirt, Brian. That's awesome. You must have ordered early. That's great. Thanks for playing Would You Rise? Oh, you got it. Thanks for being willing to accept the abridged version. Oh, that's right. I saw your comment about it reminding you of French Quarter Fest. They put me on. It would have been the same this year. Put me on that very first slot. So it's like, is it 10 a.m.? I think it's 11 a.m. A little more merciful. But they had me playing that stage at 11 a.m. A couple years back. So I guess Brian caught that. That's awesome. And we were going to do it again this year, but of course, nothing's happening this year. When do you move to new digs? So I'm boxing it up right now. August 1st is the date that I moved to the Irish Channel, not that far. But first thing I do is go to, I'm going to fly back to Washington, grab a U-Haul, pick up Carissa and a bunch of her stuff, and we're going to U-Haul that bad boy all the way down to New Orleans from Seattle. That's right. That's what's happening. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for coming. Love you guys too, Kamu. Great to see you. Thanks for coming. Can't wait to see you guys. Wish I could make it to Telluride. Who knows? Maybe on the way back. We'll see. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, and I'm gonna attach the trailer to the U-Haul, Mark. So I'm bringing that back. Kamu, Parasol, yes. I'm literally 2 blocks from Parasols is where I'm gonna be living. So come see about me. All right, y'all. Well, I guess that's it. This was a pleasure, and we'll see you next time. Later.